Hey everybody, my name is Geoff Livingston and this is AI Hope. My book, Now Is Gone, is about never-ending change. This podcast is about what comes after, the stories, the people, and the reason for hope. Hey everybody, this is Geoff Livingston. I'm here with Phil Gerbyshak. Did I get that correct?
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
All right. Everybody knows you as Phil Gerb on the internet, and
Yep.
you are the happiest as you know what guy on Substack. But you're also a school teacher, right? And a social media guy and all these things. How are you, Phil?
I'm really good, Jeff. I'm really good. Yeah, I'm a school teacher. I teach high school IT. It's pretty crazy.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Thanks, buddy.
You've been around a long time, though, and you've had various incarnations, including being a sales executive. So I think your lens on AI is going to be pretty unique. And I know you're in the midst of this conversation right now on Substack. So my first question to you is, do you have a personal AI success story that you would share as the happy guy, so to speak, the happy
Yeah,
AF blogger?
for sure. So, well, I teach high school, and I walked into it with no experience, and really all I had was the experience of being an IT executive years ago.
Right.
So, but it was a long time ago. So I got to teach programming, video game design, all this stuff with no curriculum. So I'm really thankful that I got to use AI to come up with curriculum. I would ask it questions, it would give me answers. I'd ask more questions, it would give me more answers. It helped me develop all of my curriculum. It helped me develop my testing. It helped me develop really everything. And if it weren't for AI, I don't think I could have made it through last year, Jeff.
Wow, that's insane. That's insane. So you kind of had, I like to ask people if they had, like, of course, cheesily plugging my own book, Now It's Gone. If they had a Now It's Gone moment, was there a moment like that where you're like, oh my, I better get into this right away, or I'm just not going to survive this?
Absolutely. Right away, I realized that if I didn't get into this fast, I was gonna sink. So right away, I decided I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna use ChatGPT, and I'm gonna go as much as I can. So I that's what I use. I use that, and I use Gemini a little bit, and I use Copilot a little bit. So I try to use them all. I don't use Claude because Claude's a little complicated for me. So yeah, but I realized right away that if I didn't use some help, that I was going to sink.
What was the reaction amongst your peers in the school, like the other teachers? Do they know that you were using it? Do they care? Like, what's your take on the larger education community and where they're at with this right now?
I think that most teachers are trying to use AI, then to varying levels of success. I think that most teachers are thinking, I should probably at least play with this a little bit, even if
Right.
it's just making graphics. So the ones that I told were like, yeah, of course you are. You're the IT teacher. You got to use AI. So most of them were pretty accepting. I didn't get any backlash or anything like that. So yeah, it was pretty good.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's better than what I've done with the marketing community. I've heard a lot of backlash.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. I read that out there and I'm like, wow,
It,
that's really interesting. I mean, that's like the backlash when Twitter first came out almost.
I do think that there's a little bit of survivalism with it. I mean, that's
Oh,
my
sure.
take on it, where people feel very threatened. And I do think there's good reason based off of some of the executive behavior we've seen from some companies.
Right.
But I'd be curious because you're out there and we do seem to be doing well with time. What's your take on that since you're part of that larger Substack conversation?
Yeah, I think people are afraid. I think there's a lot of fear. A lot of people are worried about losing their jobs. I mean, some of the big companies laid off a lot of people. I think LinkedIn laid off a bunch of people a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Whether it was directly related to AI or not, I don't know, but probably was. I don't know. But yeah, it's been interesting out there to watch our peers, my former peers, say, oh my gosh, you have to create magically all by yourself. And it's like, okay, let's see. You've had an editor, you've got a graphic designer, you got all this stuff. Well, now you have it in your back pocket instead of having to outsource it. I think that it only makes sense that marketers use AI.
I agree. I mean, as an entrepreneur, I just couldn't survive without it. Like
No.
I don't know if my website's the best quality, but I vibe coded my website. I didn't have to hire somebody and pay them ten or $15,000 to build
Yeah,
a pretty rudimentary website, or go to Squarespace and get something that I just wouldn't be happy with, right? Or build my own WordPress as I used to. Instead, I got something that's functional that I can change at will, and I'm
yeah.
pretty happy with that. I don't think that people really understand how empowering that is, because it's not like this took money out of a designer's pocket. That money wasn't there to be given,
That's right.
you
That's
know?
right. Yeah, there's very little money out there right now. I mean, it's tough. It's really tough out there. So I
Yeah.
think, the fact that we're doing something is better than nothing. And I think vibe coding a website, I think, creating graphics, all that sort of stuff. I mean, that all wasn't there. So we were using generic stock photos. I mean, I still use stock photos. I go to Pexels every day and I find an article, or I find an image for an article, right? And sometimes it takes me a little longer. I don't use AI to create my Substack images most of the time. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. And I think that that's okay.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be a repeat guest, and I'm gonna kind of blow the reason why right
All
now.
right.
So, I mean, I know you have a book coming, and you're working on this. Maybe you could share a little bit about this, and what is your hopeful vision for AI in the not too distant future? Is it related to the book, or are they two completely different things? Are you using AI to help you build that book? Like, tell us.
Sure. So the book is Slow Happiness. It's almost done. I'm using AI right now. Yeah, I know. Woo! I'm using it to help edit the book because I don't have money to edit the book.
Right.
I'm using it to sift through, make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. I'm using it to help expand some ideas, to do some research, things like that. And I expect that I'll continue to use it to do research and do other things as we go, to create more articles and to create more graphics and to create more everything.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
did
cool.
I did the same thing. So you're kind of using it as a developmental editor, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty cool, right? I mean,
Oh, it's great.
I I find that I think the quality of Now Is Gone is better than my three other business books, and I think it's
Wow.
because AI really. There are two things that really I think caused that. One was the developmental editor part of it really kicked the teeth out of it before I got it to a human editor. And so when the human editor got it, they had a really clean product. And I did hire somebody that was in the book publishing business. But the other thing is just the authenticity of the real stories. Like,
Yep.
there's no way AI wrote that thing.
That's
Because
right.
you've read it. I mean, I basically bled on those pages. And
Yep.
that was important, though. But it was also a signal to people because of the aforementioned marketing stuff. With you and what you're doing with this, how much of it is helping you create the content versus just like critiquing it?
Well, it helps me if weave the stories in better a lot of
Yes.
times. That's
Developmental
really
editing.
key. Yeah, I mean, that's really key because I like to tell stories and I like to provide factual data. And sometimes they don't always they make them touch. So AI helps me with that for sure. I use that. That's my primary way of using AI.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, because again, they're disjointed, right? And often too, if you're publishing some of these, they'll survive as standalone pieces, but
That's
not
right.
as a unified narrative across 40, 50,000 words or however long it'll be.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So, okay, last question. We're almost at time. What is your big pie in the sky hope, if you have one, or is it just, hey, I just want to keep using this thing and making my life better?
I just want to keep using it to make my life better. I mean, I don't have a big pie in the sky hope. I hope everybody at least tries it, sees if it's for them. But honestly, I'm just going to keep using it.
Yeah.
And if it makes my life better, then I think it's a good tool. And if it doesn't, then I won't use it anymore.
That's
Pretty
how you use
simple.
it. Very good. I mean, we're going to have more on that. So,
No, that's all I got, man.
you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What's your happy tip, man? Give me a happy tip.
Happy tip, slow down and enjoy life. You got to slow down. That's why it's slow happiness.
There it
'Cause
is.
I think the reason that we're not happy is because we haven't slowed down enough to really enjoy it.
When's the book come out?
Book should be out in October.
All right. We'll have you back on then.
Cool.
All right, brother.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.